Hello all, my name is Ashanti. I will be discussing motivation, specifically various ways or forms people use to motivate themselves. According to Hine 2016, people have a strong need to view themselves positively, and I agree. There's nothing wrong with pursuing a positive view of yourself. Positivity is a good thing. Of the various ways we can motivate ourselves, I will be speaking of a few, which are self-serving biases, external and internal attributions, and upward and downward social comparison. Self-serving biases are exaggerations of the truth or exaggerations of how good a person is. So, for example, if you're asked to rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 of how honest you are, you'll be more inclined to choose an 8 rather than the honest 4 that you deserve. According to Dunning, Merowitz, and Holzberg 1989, the less information you have in a specific domain, the easier it is for you to have a bias or an exaggeration of the truth. The more observable that person's relative standing is, the harder it is to have an unrealistic view of yourself. So let's take, for instance, these two bottles of bath scrub. They're very similar, but of course they have differences. They're not made of the same thing. They don't smell the same, things of that sort. So it's very easier for this one to say, I'm better, I smell better, I'm silkier, whatever. But when it comes to the more observable attributes, it's harder for one to make up lies and you're fatter. So that's an example of self-serving bias. When it comes to internal and external attributions, it's a little bit more straightforward. Giving credit or blaming someone or something else other than yourself for your performance, that would be an external attribution. And you can see this more when you're performing poorly, because who wants to use themselves as a scapegoat for their poor performance? Contrasting this, you have internal attributions, and that's when you establish the source or abilities within yourself that have paved the way to your performance. And of course, who wouldn't want to use this form? It makes you feel better about yourself. Last but not least, you have upward and downward social comparison. With downward social comparison, you're comparing your performance with others who are doing worse than you. So this is easier and common way to see yourself in a more positive light, because you're comparing yourself with people who are doing worse off than yourself. With downward social comparison, you compare yourself with others who are performing better than you are. Lockwood and Kunda in 1997, they believe that this can be more painful for the person who's doing that comparison, because you're comparing yourself with someone who's doing better, so you feel worse about yourself. But I think it all depends on the individual. In my case, I like to use internal attributions, no matter if I perform poorly, because I'm able to pick out what I did or what I didn't do to make me, to make that result. So I could see what I can easily change and improve. Likewise, I can look up to someone who's doing well and take away, positive things or useful things that I feel I can use to better myself. But this is my topic on motivation. I hope it was helpful, and you guys have a great day.